I'm gonna tell you a story of the first thing I've done stand is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can come here, welcome to one side, you welcome to the cult. So I mentioned before that I have patrons for my sorcery for like dice seven purposes. And I've thought about it a couple times about like how to better formalize it with my mantra. And I think I have it. And it's one of my usual sequences. It's Samakarati and Bavakarati Pindikarati with the Prasadayati. So in this case, it would be Pindikarati Bharti Bhavati and Prasadayati Vayapakarati. So basically, what that translates out to is associate with, insinuate oneself into, identify with, become a servant, and reduce to order, practice sorcery. Now I picked 13. Um, I only have 5 on here, partially because like I've already done stuff with this, and like I don't know what the ultimate ratio is, but I'm pretty sure there's only so much Mantra Bala that Visaya can like have inside of it. Like depending on what the material is. Now a living body's not the same as like, you know, wood, for example. Wood is the closest analogy we have for it. But, you know, that's living wood as opposed to, you know, wood that's bookcase. So like there's only so much magical power that matter can handle. Heck, like that's actually also true about bodies, but like there's a lot more leeway from where bodies are concerned. There's a lot more leeway for Mantra Bala as far as Avatar are concerned. This is how it is. But that's why I only have 5 of them on this one. And they would be the great work, true magic, not the nectar of truth, which makes, in case anyone's actually wondering, like that makes a ton of sense if you've watched like any of the videos where I talk about Mott magic and uh, Mott magic, the guide to self initiation and physical magic. There is the Year Daemon. Year Daemon is a concept that basically is, if you will, kind of the origin of the Dionysus myth. Like it's a core concept that came about in like dithyrambs, which are like one of the earliest forms of theater that exists. Thank you, History of Theater from Tulane. Anyway, so essentially, the Year Demon is the oldest, as far as I'm aware, representation of like the new year, like the passage of time, and specifically like, oh no, it's the earliest representation, honestly, of like Christos Paratman, Christ Higher Soul, because it's like one of the oldest representations of like the god that dies and is reborn. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I meant. There we go. All right. And the 5th one that's least on this, Buddha. Why Buddha? Well, strictly speaking, what I do with my mantra for like my aras, it's sorcery. Like it just is. Like I kind of inherently have to be a servant of Buddha to do the aras. Like I don't really have to. Actually, no, I don't have to. That's a good point. No, I actually don't full on have to have him as a to be like have him as a patron to do that. Because I already have a patron. It's because of being a Buddhist monk. It's kind of like I'm getting into like a confusing bit of semantics here, so I'm just gonna move on from that. But like, you know, associate with, insinuate yourself into, Samakarati, Bavakarati, Pendikarati, Bharti, Babati, identify with, become servant, And Pasado Howdy, the Happy Karate, reduced to order, practice sorcery. And that is practice sorcery with 5 of my 13 patrons. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.